So I want to talk about AI and the use of AI in writing. Now, I've just finished a book and I've used AI a lot. But I want to one set the record straight in terms of how I've used AI, but also wade into this discussion because I think it needs to be said. And there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, using AI in writing books is bad," and that's it. There's like an idea that if you use AI with your books, that's a bad thing. But I think that really misses a lot of nuance and a lot of what's going on. Because when you think about what's required to write a book, there's a lot. Putting your words to the page is just one tiny part of that. Before you even put your words to the page, you have to think about the concept and the idea of the book. And then you have to think about the structure and how you're going to weave your argument. I'm talking nonfiction here, and how you're going to present your ideas and structure them in a way that means you can layer in and introduce things in a way that makes sense. So that using AI for that is fantastic, because for my other books, my first few books, I spent months just moving things around. Oh, what if I do this in chapter 2? No, maybe I should put that in chapter 5. And of course, once you move things around, then you need to rewrite things. So the whole structure helped me think through a structure. AI was fantastic for that. And I leaned on it heavily to help me to think through my own ideas and how I wanted to present them, and therefore the order they needed to be written about, because the AI can come up with an idea, but it doesn't know what you know. So I was like, no, we can't do that first. We have to do this first because da 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 da. And so even just coming up the structure took a lot of going back and forth for me with my book. Then the next part, obviously then you have to start writing. Now, I love writing and I write a lot of content. And if you check out any of my websites, you'll see that there's a lot of blog content out there. And I'm not shy of writing and hitting my keyboard. And I've got 3 books out already, and this is my 4th. And so, yeah, writing, I have no problems with it and getting my words out. But what I find much easier, and again, you'll know this if you know what I do, is speaking. I have several podcasts and I love speaking. And in case you haven't noticed, I also speak quite fast. And so what I'm able to do with my books is dictate what I want to say. And so that's what I do. I use the AI to give me the structure, and then for every chapter to identify the key points. And we do this together. Like, it's not just the AI deciding that. I'm like, no, I need to say this and I need to say this and da 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 da. So together we map out the structure or the content within each chapter. Once that's been buttoned down, then I ask the AI to present with me like talking points. So I said, ask me questions that get me thinking, that get me talking, that get me explaining. Like, just give me the questions that I can respond to, because I know that's what works well for me. If I see a question, I want to answer it, explain it, and then all that stuff comes through. And what I found is that works really well for me, because when I'm writing, there's almost a conscious editing going on. Whereas when I'm speaking, it just flows. I'm always channeling. And so having a question to respond to, for me, works really, really well. And so it's me and my phone and Cast Magic, which is one of my favorite content platforms, AI platforms, to help to get all the transcripts and treat what I've said. And so all my books now, I say all because I'm working on 3 at the moment, we're going through that process where we're mapping the structure, mapping the content by chapter, and then it gives me recording prompts, and then I record. And that means I get to record a chapter's worth in about 5 minutes, right? I'm just, and I might do maybe 2 or 3 of these recordings. Maybe I've got a 10-minute recording, but it means that on a 1-hour dog walk, I've got 5 chapters done, right? So that means that's how I get a book done in 2 days, because I've basically just been talking on my dog walk, and I get back to my desk and I've got a transcript. Now I have the transcript, my words, my ideas, and then I use AI to tidy it up. Now, back in the day, and my mum used to do this job, so I know that this is back in the day, writers used to give their secretaries their dictaphone with their recordings on, and the secretary would type it up. Right, well, that's what I've got going on. I've got my own dictaphone here, and my secretary is my AI, and it knows how I write because I've given it all my writing before, so it knows exactly how I write, and I've just given it a transcript of my words. So now it's just tidying it up, structuring it, moving it around, whatever. It's using my words. So My book has not been generated by AI, but it's been created with the assistance of AI. And that's a big difference. There are a lot of people saying that, oh, well, you can tell AI slop written and it doesn't have the energetic frequency and blah, blah, blah. If you train your AI adequately, it's all about how you train it. My AI is trained to write like me. Like my AI makes me howl and laugh because it writes like me. And I think, bloody hell, I would have said that if I'd had half a chance. So yes, there's a lot of AI slop out there, and there are a lot of people that aren't briefing AI, and there are a lot of people that are using AI to not generate their own content, to create their own, but to generate stuff by scraping the net. Yeah, all that stuff, total shit, don't want to read it, and you can tell. But there's another way of doing books using AI by having AI assisted, AI powered writing and content creation, where you are using your content as the seed, as the raw material, and it's tidying your raw material. That's a whole different ball game. And so I'm proud to say that I use AI to help me get my writing done because I'm still writing, by the way. I'm also speaking, but it means I can get more writing out, right? I did a book, my book that's about to come out. I did that in, yeah, like a day, 2 days. The editing and the design and the uploading to Amazon. My God, if I could get an AI tool to upload my stuff to Amazon, it's taken me longer to upload to Amazon than to write the book, right? So this is how we can be using AI to really streamline, reduce in time how long this stuff takes so that you can get your ideas out there. Because there's no reason why you can't get your ideas out there and publish without the use of AI. It's still you and it's still your words. It's just how you choose to use the AI, right? That's what I want to get across. And I also want to speak to that piece that a lot of people in the personal development space are saying, and the spiritual space, which is how you can, the energetic frequency is off with AI. Well, no, that's just because you haven't trained it in your frequency. Once you train an AI, it will reflect your frequency, and you can check that by calibrating the energetic frequency of the output, which I do with all of my written work. And I'm telling you now, the energetic frequency is not compromised, but it is because I've trained it that way, right? So you have to make sure that you're doing all of that if you want the final output to be reflective of your work, right? And when I've been going through the edits of my book, it's a powerful, bloody book. And I've been crying my way through these edits because it really hits hard. Emotionally, it really hits hard. That's because the AI is using my words. It's just made it sound bloody better, right? It's just made me sound, it's put the pauses in where maybe I want to pause it. It maybe shifted the story a little bit so that it landed with more emotional resonance that maybe I missed because I was just caught up in getting stuff done. So yeah, I'm totally up for AI in writing, totally up for it. I just think you need to do it in the right way. That's what I think.